Hello, and welcome to my spoken word channel. My name is Stephen Lackey, but like any other label, that name is simply a collection of letters that make sounds to convey meaning, a meaning which may have varying connotations for those who voice and or hear it. The spoken word is much the same, its effect ranging from dissonance to resonance, apathy to revulsion, sometimes even to the same person over time. I'll be reading some of my own work today, offering analysis of its meter, rhyme scheme, and content. If you find it appealing, heartening, or evocative, or even not worth remembering, please consider the aforementioned variability of response. Words, much the same as attitudes, friendships, and even the air we breathe, may teach us, transform us, or pass uninspiringly in this moment, but the next is yet to be defined. Herein are my copyrighted works, all rights reserved, but please forget the name and remember the message. Also, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Today's piece is called Emptiness. At the atomic level, matter is essentially nothing. It should come as no surprise, then, when I feel hollow, I'm just like everything else. In those moments, I am revealed the purest nature of reality, though I am often disconsolate at the thoughts that when reaching into space, nothing will greet me, that in calling out, nothing will hear me, and that all of what matters is naught. Particles, minuscule beyond imagination, beget fields within that void, which in turn beget forces, which in turn beget illusions of influence through pressure and heat, so that although we do not touch, we seem to. Might all we witness be the product of misperception? The fields are tangible because they are real, but if their strength is veritable, do the caverns between their originators make any difference? And if a pebble may start a landslide, does it make sense to consider the lacuna between impetus and consequence? If forces alone link us, then is it likewise senseless to dwell on the illusory nature of our bodies, their contents, their boundaries, or their constituent particles? We are, and only ever will be, forces touching forces through the emptiness. Though we may be distant and our affiliations appear weak, we are conjoined at all times, whether perceived as any shade from full to empty by momentary self-reflection. If I may remind myself of this in times of weakness, then that weakness will also prove illusory. For I am forceful by existence, ever connected by degrees, and effectual by intent. That is not emptiness. That is everything. This is a free verse thought experiment regarding the metaphysical relevance of the five senses, passing, feelings, and interconnectedness. Our perception is an illusion that each of us interprets as reality. As much as standard metrics can matter, they may as well be accurate, and therefore may as well be the truth. But there is always something deeper. Through scientific exploration, we have found that matter is made from clouds of particles separated by comparatively vast distances, acting on each other by forces. Here I make the analogy that all of the things we once thought to be solid are in fact hollow, but those forces create the illusion. Consider that. What if our perceived separateness or loneliness is an illusion also? What if we are bound by forces we cannot register intellectually? Or what if that loneliness is the attractive force misjudged? And what if the forces we exert directly, or as directly as they can be considering quantum physics, are illusory enough as to mere suggestions? What if perceived weakness is always a state of mind? There is always something within or underlaid that holds an aspect of these truths, its relevance to be determined or perhaps ignored. Our intent and motivation manipulable to unforeseeable ends. Not unlike any final answer to a philosophical question or quantum physical property, the answers to such questions on a personal level are unassignable as indisputable fact, as by their nature they will differ person to person, and there we have relativity interlacing with human biases. I think perhaps the best we can do is simply that, make the best decisions when you are acceptably comfortable with the information you have. If your intent regards kindness, not many could fault you for that. Thank you for joining me today. I hope it has been some mix of enlightening, entertaining, and thought-provoking, and if not, well, perhaps another time. You could have spent it any number of ways, but I sincerely appreciate that you've chosen to spend this time listening to phrases I have turned. I'd like to hear your thoughts as well. Drop a comment below regarding what your own or someone else's creative writing and or spoken word has meant to you. Also, subscribe to my channel if you like. I'm not sure how often I'll be posting, but if you click the notification bell, you'll be among the first to know when I do. Please also consider this. It is quite a good thing to flex one's imagination with possibilities and even improbabilities. It is perfectly fine to express feelings directly or abstractly in rigid poetical style or untethered prose, no matter the nature of those feelings. And the more often discussed, the greater the power derived from such self-advocacy. After all, every act of creation was at one point a what if, and any aspiration voiced is, in a sense, a goal already achieved. One must merely take the steps. Start today. Embody the strength. Find a voice. Be heard.